That question of the day, and the one we're asking you about this morning has to do with Mmusi Maimane and the DA. And here's the question as we bring it up for you. We're asking you this morning, basically, what do you believe the fate will be of Mmusi Maimane? Do you think that he will survive this poor election showing? And given, of course, that he yesterday actually basically took responsibility for how things actually worked out, for their poor showing at the polls. Mmusi Maimane stepped up, took responsibility for that. But we want to ask you this morning, what do you believe his fate will be? Do you think that he will survive this?
Even though in the news we were running the story saying that he is indeed going to be leading the party until 2021. That's the leader, the federal executive saying that they're not getting rid of Mmusi Maimane at all. But what do you think? I mean, him taking responsibility, accepted responsibility. So we'd love to hear from you. What do you think the fate of the leader of the official opposition
believe it's ready now, and there it is up on your screen. Do you think Mmusi Maimane will survive as DA leader after after accepting, of course, responsibility for the party's poor showing in the recent elections? That's what we're asking you at Morning Live SABC, Twitter and Facebook. That's how you can send us your answers.
Okay, let's now take a look at the stories of the day. These are the big ones on the diary, so look out for them.
Right, starting with Energy Minister Jeff Radebe. He's expected to deliver the opening keynote address at the Africa Utility Week Energy Conference that gets underway in Cape Town today.
The Public Investment Corporation Commission of Inquiry continues today.
We'll also keep tabs on this one. Statistics South Africa expected to release the quarterly labour force figures.
And former Public Protector Thuli Madonsela will deliver the 2019 Archbishop Thabo Makgoba Development Trust Public Lecture.
Right, those some of the stories on the SABC News Diary. Let's get into the trending topics now, and these are some of the ones of the top trends. So hashtag ANC NEC, and that of course after the elections, and obviously need to debrief and deliberate. So that's why that was trending.
Indeed, and they were mostly talking to the list of premiers. We had the list of premiers up on the screen a bit earlier from the provinces. So those done and dusted, except for the Northwest, still in negotiations with the Northwest to see what's going to happen at that one. So the special NEC meeting in Tshwane has taken place, and the list is out, and they're saying that pertaining to the Northwest, the premier candidate will be announced in due course following internal engagement. So
and we know what the situation was with the Northwest Province going into the election. Evidently, those issues have not been resolved, and therefore there needs to be further deliberations on the matter.
Yeah, so that's the story there. Then Swaziland is also trending. Now, whether or not this is true, I don't know if this is true. I suspect this is fake news. I really do, but I might be wrong. Who knows? But you never quite understand. But the reality is,
I think it's fake news.
It's been trending, and it is right up there. Talking to the fact that they are saying that in June next year, not next year, this year, in June, as in next month, it is going to be going to be in law that a man, I'm trying to get this up here, marry more than 2 wives or face jail, declares King Mswati of Swaziland. I cannot believe this.
I think it's a fake news story, but I think people were just having fun with it all the same.
Maybe. They all want to move to Swaziland now.
Yeah, everybody wants, all the men want to move to Swaziland.
Can they really afford 2 of us? I mean, one is hard enough, really. Would you imagine? Imagine having to marry 2 men. Am I allowed to be
controversial?
Go for it.
But South African men do this all the time. Not all, but quite a number of them.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, but my question was, could you handle 2 men? Would you like to be married to 2 men at once?
No.
No, neither could I. I couldn't think of it. I couldn't. One is enough. Thank you very much.
Oh, Lord.
It's more than enough.
Imagine
And
having
that's-
two.
Yeah, and that's two men. But imagine marrying two women, having to put up with mood swings with women. And I know, I mean, we are difficult. There's no two ways about it. I admit it, okay? But imagine having to marry two of us. Or is it just great because as soon as the one gives you trouble, you run away and go to the other one? Maybe that's what
I'm not sure that's quite how it works.
No, maybe not.
And I think there are some intricacies that could become quite challenging.
I think so.
You know, having to buy two of everything,
Ooh,
having
wow.
to split your time equally.
Yeah,
Imagine having to have an equal number of children. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, okay.
I don't know if it extends that far. I'm just saying.
I don't know,
Just
but I also
thinking
think
out loud.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's true, but nonetheless, it is trending, so we'll look into that one. Then there's one final trending topic that we can tell you here, and that's, of course, Musi Maimane. And we've spoken, I think, quite at length. It's also our question of the day
Yeah,
today.
we'll be speaking to Solly Malati of the DA as well later on in the show, their national spokesperson. Let's get a sense, because remember, it was the meeting of the federal executive of the DA, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, whether that particular line that was put out yesterday, whether that holds when the DA goes to the federal council. And that is, of course, where those who are termed the old guard, the more conservative, elements within the party, and where they sit. And it's a much broader meeting as well. So what happens when they go to federal council? Will Musi survive? And also interesting to go back to the election and look at what was said in the immediate aftermath when those results started coming out.
Lovely. Good. All right. We're going to be talking in the second hour here on the program to the DA, so do stay tuned for that. All right. Right now, though, let's get your traffic update. And we've got proper